I left my country to find a better life somewhere else. I packed my bags with everything I owned. My parents stood at the door watching me leave. They had tears in their eyes, but they understood. Life back home was hard. There were no jobs. I couldn't find work no matter how much I tried. So when the opportunity came to move to another country, I took it. The journey was long. I sat on the plane feeling scared and excited at the same time. I was leaving everything I knew behind. My family, my friends, my home, everything. But I told myself it would be worth it. I would work hard, save money, and maybe even send some back home to help my parents. When I arrived, the first thing that hit me was how different everything looked. The buildings were different. The streets were different. Even the air smelled different. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know where to go or what to do. I felt lost. The weather was nothing like back home. Some days it was so cold I couldn't stop shaking. Other days the sun was too hot. I wasn't used to any of it. I stayed in a small room that I rented. It wasn't much, but it was all I could afford. Every night, I would lie in bed wondering if I had made the right choice. Finding work was the hardest part. I went from place to place, asking if they needed workers. Most places said no. Some didn't even let me finish talking before they turned me away. I was running out of money. I was getting worried. I started thinking maybe I should just go back home. Then one day, I heard about a school that needed someone. I went there immediately. The principal was the one who interviewed me. He was an older man, maybe in his 50s. He had gray hair and a kind smile. He asked me questions about my experience and what I could do. I answered honestly. I told him I was new in the country and I really needed this job. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "Okay, you can start next week." I was so happy I almost cried. Finally, things were starting to work out. I started working at the school. The job kept me busy. I met the other workers there. Some were kind and helpful. They showed me how things worked. They taught me the rules and what I needed to do. Slowly, I started to feel more comfortable. Because I was new and different, some of the young men who worked there became interested in me. They would come to my desk to talk. They would ask me questions about my country and my life. Some would offer to help me with my work even when I didn't need help. They wanted to spend time with me. There were also some young women who became my friends. We would eat lunch together. We would talk and laugh. For the first time since I arrived, I felt like I wasn't alone anymore. I felt like I was starting to belong somewhere. But the principal didn't like this. I noticed he would walk past my desk more often. He would watch who I was talking to. When the young men came to visit me, he would suddenly appear and find something for them to do. He would send them away on errands or tell them to go back to their work. At first, I thought he was just being strict. I thought maybe he didn't want people wasting time during work hours. But then it got worse. One day, one of the young men brought me coffee. He was being nice. We were just talking and laughing. Suddenly, the principal came over. His face was angry. He told the young man to get back to work immediately. His voice was loud. Everyone in the office turned to look. The young man left quickly. I felt embarrassed. This kept happening. Anytime someone tried to be friendly with me, the principal would interfere. He would create problems. He would find reasons to pull me away or send the other person somewhere else. I didn't understand why he was acting this way. To me, he was just my boss. He was old enough to be my father. I respected him because he gave me this job when I desperately needed it. I never thought of him as anything more than that. But then things got really bad. The principal started arguing with some of the young men. He would pick fights with them over small things. One time, he almost got into a physical fight with a young man who had asked me out for lunch. The whole office was talking about it. His wife heard about what was happening. She lived in another country because of her work. She had been there for many years. But people told her that her husband was fighting with young men at work because of a new woman. She called him. She was very angry. That day, the principal called me to his office. He closed the door. He looked tired and stressed. He told me that his wife had confronted him. She wanted to know why he was behaving this way. She asked him if he had feelings for me. Then he said something that shocked me completely. He said, "I told her the truth. I told her that I have fallen in love with you." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I stood there frozen. I didn't know what to say. This man was my boss. He was married. He was old enough to be my father. How could he have feelings for me? I tried to speak. I said, "But sir, I don't see you that way. You are like a father to me. You are married. This is not right." He moved closer to me. His face was serious. He said, "Think about everything I have done for you. I gave you this job when nobody else would. I helped you when you were struggling. You owe me. You owe it to me to give me a chance. You owe it to me to love me back." I felt trapped. He was right about one thing. He did help me when I desperately needed help. Without this job, I would have had to go back home. I would have failed. But was I supposed to give him my heart just because he gave me a job? I told him no. I said I couldn't do this. But he didn't stop. He kept talking to me every day. He would call me to his office. He would tell me how much he cared about me. He would remind me of everything he did for me. He made me feel guilty. This went on for weeks. Every day he would push a little more. Every day I felt more confused and pressured. I was also scared. I thought if I kept saying no, he might fire me. Then what would I do? Where would I go? I had no family here. I had no other job waiting for me. I was stuck. And he knew it. Eventually, I couldn't fight anymore. I was tired of the pressure. I was scared of losing everything. So I said yes. I agreed to be with him. That's how our relationship started. It wasn't because I loved him. It was because I felt like I had no choice. But I told myself that maybe with time, I would develop feelings for him. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. He didn't hide our relationship. He acted like I belonged to him. He would touch my shoulder when he walked past my desk. He would smile at me in front of everyone. People at work knew something was going on. Some would whisper when I walked by. I felt ashamed, but I didn't know what to do. His wife was still living abroad. She had been there for almost 5 years because of her job. She would visit sometimes, but most of the time, she was away. After we would be intimate together, he would hold me and talk about the future. He would say, "My wife is planning to stay there permanently. She likes it there more than here. Very soon, she will make that decision final. When she does, you will move in with me. We will be together properly. You won't have to hide or feel bad anymore." I held on to those words. They gave me hope. I thought maybe the situation wasn't so terrible after all. Maybe his wife would stay there. Maybe we could actually have a real relationship. Maybe I could stop feeling guilty. I waited for that day. I was patient. Whenever I felt bad about the situation, I would remind myself that soon things would change. Soon his wife would be gone permanently, and I could stop being the other woman. But that day never came. Instead, something else happened. His wife found out about us. I don't know how she found out. Maybe someone told her. Maybe she saw something when she visited. Maybe she just knew. But she found out, and she was furious. She called me. Her voice was shaking with anger. She said, "I know what you have been doing with my husband. I know everything. You need to leave him alone. He is my husband. We have been married for over 20 years. You have no right to him." I tried to speak, but she didn't let me. She continued, "If you don't stop this, I will make sure you lose your job. I will make sure everyone knows what kind of person you are. Stay away from my husband." Then she ended the call. I sat there shaking. I was scared. Everything I had feared was happening. I was going to lose my job. I was going to lose everything. The principal tried to calm me down. He said his wife was just angry and she would cool down. He said everything would be fine, but I could see he was worried too. Now I don't know what will happen. His wife is serious about her threats. She has connections. She can really make me lose my job. If I lose this job, what will I do? I have nothing else. No other skills that are valued here. No other connections. And there's another problem. My parents. They don't know about any of this. They think I am working hard and living a good life. They are proud of me for making it in a foreign country. They don't know I am in a relationship with a married man who is more than 20 years older than me. If they find out, they will be so disappointed. My mother will cry. My father will be angry. They will ask me how I could do such a thing. They raised me better than this. They taught me right from wrong. How can I tell them what I have done? But here's the worst part of everything. Somewhere along the way, I actually fell in love with him. When this started, I was just going along with it because I felt pressured. I didn't have real feelings. But spending time with him, being with him, listening to him talk about our future together, I started to believe it. I started to want it. I started to love him. Now I am in love with a man I cannot have. A man who belongs to someone else. A man whose wife wants to destroy me. I am in love, and I am scared, and I don't know what to do. Should I fight for this relationship? Should I walk away and try to save my job? Should I tell my parents the truth, or keep lying to them? Should I leave this country and go back home? But if I go back, I will be returning as a failure. Everyone will ask what happened. What will I tell them? Every option seems bad. Every choice leads to pain. I lie awake at night thinking about all of this. I replay every decision I made that led me here. I wonder where things went wrong. I wonder if I should have just said no from the beginning, even if it meant losing my job. But I also think about him. I think about the way he looks at me, the way he holds me, the promises he made. Part of me still hopes that somehow things will work out, that his wife will calm down, that we can find a way to be together. But another part of me knows that this is wrong. I am the other woman. I am breaking up a marriage. I am doing something that goes against everything I was taught growing up. And even if his wife leaves him, will I ever be able to live with myself? Will I ever stop feeling guilty? I am stuck in the middle of a mess that I helped create. I am scared of the future. I am ashamed of my present, and I cannot change my past. What do I do now? Someone please tell me what I should do, because I honestly don't know anymore. I need help. I need advice. I need someone to show me the way out of this situation because I cannot see it on my own. This is my story. This is where I am right now. And I am more lost than I was the day I first arrived.